Hey, how's it going, YouTube family? It's Mr. Controversy. Welcome to my daily events roundup. So today I'll be covering the story of Justin Moan, 32-year-old that decapitated his father based off of political views. He didn't agree with his political views, so I guess for some unknown reason, he decided he wanted to take his father out. One thing I noticed the news and people who's been trying to make this a Trump thing, to about it's a MAGA thing. It ain't got shit to do with Trump. At some point, people got to be start being the hell accountable for their actions. You have grown people doing irresponsible, stupid things, and to divert responsibility automatically, because he had issue with federal agencies. His dad worked for a federal agency over 20 years. So he thought, hey, if you work for a federal agency, you was a traitor to the country. So he was calling for the death of federal officials, attacking President Biden's administration, Black Lives Matters movement, and the LGBTQ community, along with the Antifa activists. So he had issues with a bunch of people. I mean, go online. I'm gonna get to the video, but it's just to give you an insight of this lunatic. Something's wrong with him. I know that his lawyer, they're gonna try to get him off some mental thing, so he'll no. All this mental health BS gotta stop. That is the go-to for every single thing, which people get, less of the time. If they're that mental unstable, which means they should never go back into humanity. They should be locked up forever. I don't care if it's in a mental hospital, leave their ass in there until they have to go 6 feet in the ground. If they got mental issues, if that's the case, they are, I don't know, bad for everyone else around them. So they should never ever be let out. So this guy, he filed, they say he had 3 lawsuits against federal agencies, including the U.S. government, claiming they negligently caused him to take out student loans. He took out student loans on his own, but he's saying it's the government's fault. So he tried to sue him for that. He lost that. All his cases, he wasn't smart enough to get a lawyer. He represented himself in every single case. He lost every single case. Let's see. He sued his former employer, Progressive Insurance, in 2020, allegedly wrongful termination and sex discrimination against men. Saying he was hired as a customer service representative, back in October 2016. So he was fired a year later, October 2016, not even a year, to August 2017. They said he kicked open the facility's doors. Then talking about, biting the hand that feeds you. While his lawsuit was going on, his parents are giving him $540 a month. Now, mind you, this is a 30-something-year-old damn man. And his parents still taking care of him because he don't have the mental capability to function, in society on his own. But everything is always someone else's fault. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to this video, and I'll discuss it again once it's at the end of it.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. We head out to Pennsylvania for our next story. A disturbing murder is under investigation after police say a man was found beheaded in his Bucks County home, and now confirming that his son has been arrested and charged for that gruesome death. Fox 29 Philadelphia's Hank Flynn joining us live this morning to explain. Hank, good morning. What developments can you share?
Yeah, hey, good morning, Jeanne. And it's day 2, I suppose, of covering this story, which is national news now. And Chris, my photographer, and I have been talking about it all morning. And it's hard to discuss, Jeanne, because this particular killing violates so many of the norms and mores of our particular society, things like family, fatherhood, just the act of murder. But February 8th is what we're talking about for the first preliminary hearings for 32-year-old Justin Moan. He's the fellow that police say beheaded his father and posted it on YouTube Tuesday. Jeanne, it was in the afternoon, as we know. Police say that Moan slaughtered his father after his mother left the house. about 2 o'clock. By the time she came home at about 7, police say he had decapitated his father and posted it on YouTube, calling on an imaginary militia named after himself, Moan's Militia, to take up arms, kill government employees like his father, and overthrow the country. Gene, his family's quiet Levittown neighborhood is gobsmacked.
You just don't wake up in the morning and think, you know, I think I'm gonna cut his head off.
Yeah, and as we know, Gene, good police work. Moan was caught fairly quickly out of the Fort Indian Town Gap National Guard base. He drove himself out there in his father's car. Police had been pinging his phone, and he was apparently armed and inside the fence, but police say he gave up without a fight. Now, Gene, I don't know, and police haven't quite said, maybe they don't know either exactly what Moan's intentions were being inside the fence at a National Guard post while packing. We don't quite know that yet, but the timing is crazy too, Gene, because again, we're talking about these things all morning long. You were covering, I suppose, all of the work on Capitol Hill yesterday, where tech CEOs, specifically of social media companies, defending their policies specifically about children, as politicians accused them of being harmful to kids. Meanwhile, YouTube has this video of Justin Moan up for hours with his father's head on the desk right beside him. Several thousand people saw it, certainly enough to copy it, and it's all over the place now. Gene.
Hank, that perspective you just shared, absolutely amazing. Not to mention, I know yesterday you were saying how this could have escalated even further. He kills his own father, allegedly, arrested for that. But then he was also threatening all government employees and even journalists. So just to think, if this man was still on the loose this morning, who he would potentially attack next.
Well, and that's the question. And one of the people that we spoke with in the neighborhood yesterday made that point as well, simply saying, Gene, that if you're willing to behead your own father on behalf of some kind of an arcane political point, then you'd be more than willing to shoot a complete stranger. So what he was capable of, especially as he's calling for total revolution, who knows? I'm just really glad they got him when they did, caught up with him when they did, and that he's in custody now. I think that more will be discovered in days to come, but a lot of people have spoken about mental health in regards to this case, Gene, and that's something that needs to be talked about as well.
Absolutely. I know you mentioned yesterday that his attorney will probably be trying to use that insanity plea to try to get him off. Of course, as you mentioned, this is a developing situation, and we will continue to follow it. Hank Flynn there with Fox 29 Philadelphia. Hank, as always, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now.
So, like I said, I knew it. They're gonna try the insanity plea, but this is why I look at it. A person who's insane, so-called, doesn't have the mental capacity to plot something out. This dude knew exactly what he was going to do. He wore gloves, put his father's head in a bag inside of a cooking pot, posted on YouTube, and the thing about it is, he posted the video on YouTube. YouTube pulled it down, but you already know, we fast. People are fast. They got that. They downloaded it before YouTube was able to pull it down. Probably somebody must have reported it, and they took it down. But this stuff with mental health, he gonna try to get this, but you plead, trying to do the insanity deal, it doesn't stop you from being charged. It dictates whether it's like, yup, he has mental health issues. He's going to be in a mental health facility. That's what he's going to serve his time, seeking help. You can play the system. I'm pretty sure they're going to have some psychologists come in there, do an eval to see if, it's like, no, there's nothing wrong with him. He's smart, or, hey, he comprehends, he understands everything. There's nothing wrong with him. So I personally say, lock his ass up. On the 8th of his hearing, by then you should have all the evidence. I mean, everything's what if he wore gloves, guess what? Your fingerprints inside the damn gloves, genius. So the only thing they're gonna do is reverse the gloves, cut the fingers off, turn us out, fingerprint them. Your fingerprints is going to be inside them gloves. For those people who think, oh, well, you could just wear gloves, get away with it. No, you still can get fingerprints from inside those gloves. Any type of glove. So, like I said, lock him up. Throw that insanely bull crap out the window. Hopefully the DA is smart enough to get an independent psychiatric evaluation on him. Lock him up. Roll on to the next case. No, I feel sorry for his wife who had to come home to something like that. And she knew he was the last person that was there. Car missing. So it means he took the car, which, I mean, everything ties back to, and he put it on YouTube. So initially they said, oh, he allegedly did it. Really? Really? That's let me go robbing the bank and filming it my damn self. And it's like, oh, well, he, controversy. He allegedly, we don't know he actually did it. But I recorded the whole damn thing. So tell me what you think down in the comments. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I will talk to you later.